Hi everyone, my name's Lauren. I'm a physiologist from AXA Healthcare, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to set realistic goals and achieve them. I'm going to use the example of how to become more physically active, but of course these goal setting techniques can be used for any goal that you might have. So let's get started. Step 1. Define your goals. Think smart. When it comes to physical activity or exercise, most of the time our goals will be things like, I want to become more physically active or I want to get fitter. But what does this really mean? How are you going to become more physically active, and in what way are you going to get fitter? This is where SMART goals come in. S stands for specific. In order to reach your goal, first you have to define what that goal is. Saying I want to become more physically active is too vague. A vague goal lacks focus and direction and is therefore unlikely to be achieved. So instead of saying I want to become more physically active, we could say I want to be able to walk 30 minutes 5 times a week, which would be the minimum amount of physical activity recommended for health benefits. Some other examples could be I want to be able to walk or run a 5k, or I want to be able to cycle 20 miles a week. Whatever your goal is, make sure you define it. M stands for measurable. A goal has to be measurable in order for us to determine if it has been successful. If we can't measure a goal, how will we know if or when the goal has been reached? Being able to measure progress can also help keep us motivated along the way. So if the goal is to walk for 30 minutes 5 days a week, then we can measure this by timing how long we walk for every day. A stands for attainable. In order to reach a goal, it has to actually be possible. It's great to try to aim high, but if we try to run before we can walk, the goal may never be reached. And then when we fail to meet impossible expectations, we may become demotivated or give up. R stands for relevant. Remember that this is your goal. Reaching goals requires work and commitment, so it has to matter to you and be relevant to your life. So if the goal is to become more physically active and you've been told by someone to start running, but you hate running, then it isn't likely that you're going to stay committed to your goal long term. But if you enjoy swimming and you feel like this is something you could enjoy in your free time, then this is much more relevant to you and your goals are more likely to be achieved this way. T stands for timely. A goal has to have a deadline, otherwise there will be no sense of urgency or motivation to achieve it. Step 2. Have a plan. It's great to have a goal, but we also need a plan on how to get there. To do this, we can split our ultimate goal into smaller, more manageable goals. So if the goal is to walk for 30 minutes 5 days a week in 6 months, some short-term goals might be a 10-minute walk on lunch breaks, getting off a bus or train stop earlier, or a 30-minute walk with a friend at the weekend. Whatever your goal is, work your short-term goals around your life so the ultimate goal won't feel so intimidating. Remember that slow and steady wins the race. It's important to start small and progress our goals slowly. For example, add 5 minutes onto your current walk every week. If you go in all guns blazing, you could burn out fast. You could get demotivated, feel like a failure and give up, or you could even risk getting injured. Step 3. Make it visual. By writing down your goals and tracking progress, you can see your achievements no matter how small they are. Being able to see how far you've come will keep you motivated and focused towards reaching that goal. Step 4. Setbacks are okay. When pursuing a goal, it's likely that at some point you might not reach your daily target. After all, life can get in the way and throw us curveballs we weren't expecting. Instead of saying, I didn't reach my goal today, I only managed to walk 10 minutes instead of 20, turn the negatives into positives. I had an unexpected setback today, but I still managed to find time to walk for 10 minutes. Learn to adapt and keep moving forward. A setback doesn't mean failure or a reason to give up on your goal. Step 5. Celebrate your achievements. It's important to celebrate your success no matter how small. Making a commitment to a healthier lifestyle is a tremendous achievement, even if your goals are harder to reach than you first thought. Flip back to the start of your training diary and appreciate how far you've come. So those are my 5 steps to creating and achieving your goals. Remember that a goal without planning or structure is just a wish. So get smart and reach for the stars.